Hello, I'm Dr. Cliff Herndon, Coordinator of Practicum and Internship for the Counselor Education Programs at Southeastern University. First, let me thank you for your willingness to allow our students to gain experience in the counseling profession by serving at your site. In the following, I'll share with you some information regarding the expectations of the process, which we hope will enhance our collaboration in supervising these counselors in training during the field experience. Students in the counselor education degree programs who have successfully completed the appropriate coursework, Foundations of Counseling, Professional Ethics, Group Theory and Counseling, Counseling Theories and Practice, and Counseling Skills Lab during their first 2 semesters of training will begin the field experience sequence of courses in their first summer semester. During this period of time, students will have successfully completed simulated interviews in person and rehearsed on video with feedback provided. The practicum and internship placement will allow them to become familiar with a variety of professional activities and resources during their field experience training. In the following, I will provide an overview of the practicum and internship experience process for the benefit of you as site supervisors and representatives on location for the site. First, let us go over some requirements of supervision that must be fulfilled so that students can begin work at a site. Initially, site supervisors and locations must be approved by Southeastern University's Practicum Internship Coordinator. After a site supervisor and location are approved, an affiliation agreement must be signed by the site supervisor and an official agency representative, as well as myself, the Practicum Internship Coordinator, and the Dean of the College of Behavioral and Social Sciences of the university. Agreements must be signed and completed to allow the student to be present at the site where they will obtain those direct or indirect hours of service. In order to qualify as a site supervisor, one must have a minimum of master's degree in counseling or a related profession with equivalent qualifications, including certifications and/or licenses to practice in the state of Florida, a minimum of 2 years of professional experience in the counseling area in which the student is enrolled. For example, a marriage and family counseling student must be supervised by a supervisor who has practiced professionally in marriage and family counseling for at least 2 years. Relevant training and counseling supervision. This may include graduate coursework, continuing education courses, significant professional supervisory experience, and/or certification by professional organizations such as the Center for Credentialing in Education or Florida State Board Qualified Supervisor status. Once the arrangement is approved and the agreement is completed, the site supervisor, or in some cases, a non-licensed approved site representative on location, will provide the student with an orientation of the specific policies, procedures, rules, and regulations regarding all aspects of client service at the location. This includes record keeping, report writing, issues of disclosure, and so on. Specific emphasis is placed on ensuring that the student is educated regarding dealing with client emergencies at the site. Should a site supervisor not be at the site during hours in which the student is present, a responsible person from the agency must be present and capable of providing appropriate assistance in the case of an emergency. The site supervisor must be immediately reachable by phone for consultation regarding mental health crisis that may arise during the services provided by the student, and the student will be responsible for immediately initiating this contact. If the site supervisor is affiliated with or employed by the site and has training in clinical supervision, he or she can provide weekly interaction that averages 1 hour of individual or triadic supervision throughout the practicum or internship. Although individual triadic supervision is the primary responsibility of the faculty during this practicum, site supervisors are encouraged to provide ongoing feedback and oversight during the practicum experience. However, they must provide such individual or triadic supervision at least 1 hour per week during the internship experience. It is expected that the site provide an appropriate location for students to meet with clients in a setting which protects the privacy of this relationship. Also, the site and its staff will provide the opportunity for the student to gain supervised experience using various professional resources such as assessment instruments, computer technology, forms and documents for routine record keeping of notes, treatment plans, and other information related to the services provided. The site supervisor or representative on location will screen clients and make appropriate referrals to the students based on their level of training so that the student can acquire the required number of client contact hours. In addition, the site supervisor or representative on location is expected to provide additional client information to the student in order to enable satisfactory provision of services to that client. The site supervisor or representative on location is expected to provide the student with the opportunity to observe other staff providing services and attend staff meetings for valuable educational experiences. The site supervisor or representative on location must notify the faculty supervisor of any concerns or problems experienced concerning the student. Problems may include any obstacles to appropriate ethical or professional practice in serving clients. The site supervisor and the representative on location must complete no less than 2 online evaluations of the student, one at the midpoint of the semester of each practicum or internship course, and the other at the end of the course. The site supervisor or representative on location must ensure that the student provides those served with adequate disclosure of their status as a student and not a licensed mental health professional. This is so that clients can make an informed decision about entering into a counseling relationship and will be aware that the student is in training and under professional supervision. The site supervisor and/or representative on location must continually inform the student of ethical and legal responsibilities and standards of the profession, both in general terms and in accordance with matters specific to that site and its services. Lastly, the site supervisor or representative on location must inform the student of any legal issues related to the profession and any legal issues and administrative policies unique to the specific site. Some of these issues may include, but are not limited to, handling of duty to warn, informed consent, and others. It is a routine part of the field experience process for counselor training programs to include an audio or video recording required of the student during counseling for use in providing feedback during supervision. Written permission of the client or the representative must be obtained before any such recording. If more acceptable for privacy, the video may focus solely on the counseling student rather than the client. We request that you allow us to use this modality at your site with the understanding that it will be used for authorized educational purposes within supervision only and will be erased once this use is complete. Please remember that you may contact me by email or phone anytime during the field experience process to discuss issues or areas for clarification or correction. Once again, thanks for taking the time to watch this presentation and for your sharing of your professional expertise to benefit the counselors in training in our program.